Welcome back to Justin Talks Villa, and I am still with Stefan Moore. He's going to get fed up with the sight of me by the time we finish this. So this episode is going to be about your coaching journey, how you, as you mentioned towards the end of the other pod, you wasn't really going to get into coaching. So we'll talk about how you got into that. And then we're going to discuss, this is going to be a little bit of an FA Youth Cup final special, because I think having you here is an ideal opportunity. Yeah. Not only did you win it as a player, but now you're coaching a lot of these young kids. And just to give a bit of an insight about that team and maybe a few players to look out for over the next few years coming through at Villa, if that's okay. So don't forget to like, subscribe, everything you need to do on the podcast. That would be fantastic. Thanks for watching as well. So, coaching. What did you mean when you said you didn't want to coach? Is that just because you...
Something I'd never really thought about.
No.
When I played, I'd never thought, I can't wait to be a coach. Like, never really thought about it. And other players, I thought, he'll be a coach. Like Marcus Bignett, I knew he was going to be a coach. Yeah. Like, he studied the game, I could see... Never thought, really fancy that. Rob Edwards, I thought, would be a coach. Yeah. I could see, like...
Did you play with Rob then?
So I played with Rob. Yeah. So, yeah, I played quite a few first-team games with Rob, to be fair. Still in contact with Rob now. Real good guy.
Yeah, he's done well, hasn't he?
Yeah, real good guy.
So, how did you get into coaching? And what you said about towards the end of your non-league career?
Yeah, I did a bit of player coach at Leamington and did a little bit of player coach at Tamworth. And I thought, one of my mates was working at Tamworth doing like a college program. He's like, someone's off for 2 weeks. Will you come in? I was like, nah, I don't want to be a coach. He's like, nah, come on, we need you. Just come in. Yeah. And I never left. So I probably didn't take it seriously at first, just to join in with the lads. And then I thought, you know what, I might as well start getting qualified here. So got my B licence when I was there.
How hard is that to get into that?
It's just work, isn't it? So it's something else to take on. So you've got a job and you're doing it alongside it. So it's just if you want to get anywhere, you want to work in an academy, you've got to have at least a B licence. So got my B licence, and then once I'd done my B licence, I thought, you know what, I'll have a little see. So I spoke to some people at Villa and they were like, because Kobe was still around that phase that I wanted to work in, I probably not the best idea. And West Brom, they're like, come in here, put me straight away the 15, 16s. Yeah. And it was really good, really good. Like, I really enjoyed it. And then we played Villa on a Tuesday night and I beat us 6-1. I wasn't that disappointed.
Did Kobe score?
I wasn't that disappointed. Kobe's a bit too old then.
Did you just get like, come on.
And someone at Villa called Sean Verity was like, I need to have a word with you. Right. What does he want? So later, he was like, there might be a job here, blah, blah, blah. And then that's how it come about. So, I went for an interview and managed to get the job with the 15, 16. So that was a part-time role. Yeah. So I did that for a year. Still working alongside Tamworth. So now I'm running the programme at Tamworth. I've gone from not wanting to be there to running the programme 3 years later. So I ran that for a year. And then the thing come up with the Premier League. It's called Player to Coach. Which, brilliant course. So you get more qualified, like around your badges. In this time, I'm completing my A licence.
Is that hard, the A licence?
I completed this year. Is it hard?
How long does it take you to do it then?
It took me about 14 months. Do
you think it helps that you were a player at the highest level? Do you get because I've looked into it myself, not to do it particularly, but how it's quite a lot of money as well, isn't it?
I never did the players one. So there's a players one you do in the summer. I just did the normal coaches one. I just jumped because I thought this was the quickest one I can get on. I'll just do it. I was already working in the club, so I just thought, I'll jump on that, and it was good. It was good.
And it's about your development as well. It's about getting more qualifications for you and you getting better and learning more and stuff.
I think on the players one, because you've already played, they skip a little bit. You didn't really skip as much on this one. Yeah. But does it help you've played? Definitely. Yeah. Is it the be-all and end-all? No. No. Jose Mourinho never played football. He's probably the best coach of the last 20 years. Do you know what I mean? I don't think you've got to have played to be a good coach, but can you also get the feeling that... So I know what you're going through. Yeah. I know.
Well, I was going to say that, your experiences, like we touched on in the other podcast, you reached the 2002 Youth Cup final. You went through that whole academy system. What would you say the difference is from the academy when you was there to the academy that's there now, which is phenomenal?
I'd probably just say the time you actually get with the boys. So I think we're doing something like 5 sessions a week. Actually, we do 5 sessions a week, but we do technicals as well that are half an hour. So the actual touch time the players get at the training ground now is unbelievable. So probably from under 15, you're like We call it the full-time programme they're on.
Yeah.
So they're like a full-time player already.
At 14?
So under 15, 16s, that starts the full-time programme, yeah.
And the facilities?
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Oh, just second to none.
Yeah.
I went down the other day to watch the 21s play in the Birmingham Senior Cup, I think it was.
Yeah.
And they're building again down there, aren't they? And they talked about a hotel as well, isn't there?
I don't think it's going to be a hotel. I think it's going to be a rehab centre. That's what I've heard. The training ground's unbelievable.
I thought Unai was going to move in. He's never away from there anyway, is he?
I think the investment for the owners has definitely helped. Definitely helped. So I think Mark Harrison is the academy manager now. He's been in for 4.5, 5 years. So I've been there for 2 years.
He was at the Albion as well, I think.
He was at the Albion, so I didn't know much about him, but like, I think it's in a real good place. I think we've had a lot of investment from the owners, and the work they're putting in will hopefully pay off.
So what's the youngest age group at Villa? Is it like so sixes? You were saying?
Yeah. So you come in at under sixes. You can't sign at that age.
No. So sixes all the way through to 21s, and is it a year each one?
No. So from under 12s, it's a 2 year.
Right. So 12, 14,
16. Right. 16.
So every single age group, what kind of coaching team have they got for each age group? Is it like 2, 3, 4, 5 coaches?
So it's 3 coaches per group now. So we try and go for like a unit model. So it'll be a forwards coach, midfielders coach. Right.
So is there a manager as such?
So you'll have a lead coach within that as well. Okay. So Darius has just come back. So Darius Vessel's just come with the 16s now. Yeah. So it's good having him back at the club as well.
So he's with you, is he?
So he works with us.
So there's yourself, Darius,
and lead coach is Chris. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And I've got to ask this because I think every Villa fan's obsessed with him. What kind of input does Unai and his coach? Do they have any input? Do you have meetings with the first team coach or anything like that?
It's pretty separate. separate. So the first team and the 21s are really, really close.
Yes.
They've got a real close, but then from 18s to 16s, that's where our link would probably be.
So would that be Mark Harrison's job to liaise with going up and saying, okay, we might have a real talent there and they might be fast tracking him through? Or
don't get me wrong, they'll be watching the 21s games, they'll be watching 18s games. There's enough staff around so they'll know who the boys who. Because it's a business as well, isn't it now, let's be honest.
Unfortunately, money, isn't it?
Look at the summer, which Amari ends up leaving. You know what I mean? It's a business.
Yeah, I think a lot of nowadays, like you say, they try and headhunt the best talent and bring them into the academies, obviously to try and bring them through for first team. But they've also got one eye that if they don't make it, maybe they can make some serious money on some of these young talent.
I think the academy costs quite a bit to run, so to actually run it, you probably got to look to sell probably one a year.
But would you? I mean, you must travel all around the country, seeing other academies. How does it? Is it one of the best?
I think we're getting there. I don't think we are the best, but I think we're getting there.
Leicester's is supposed to be quite good, isn't it?
Leicester's got a really nice training ground, but I'd say actual player. I'd probably say Chelsea are probably the benchmark.
Yeah, Chelsea.
I'd say Chelsea's probably.
Is that Cobham?
Yeah, they've probably been doing it for longer, for one. So if you've been doing something for 20 years and someone else has been doing it for 5, you're further along the journey.
It's hard to catch up, isn't it, I suppose?
Yeah, you are playing catch up.
But the investment's phenomenal.
The investment's there, and if you put the work in, I don't see why not.
So we're going to move on to some of the players now. That I went to the FA Youth Cup semi-final. The lads did brilliantly. Did you go to that game?
I did, yeah. So
fantastic night.
We've took the boys to the last 2 games. The 15, 16s are watching them.
I saw them all turn up.
They see the journey that the
and they can see what they're going up to, I suppose.
And 2 of the boys have actually played in the FA Youth Cup already this year, which has been nice for them.
Mad. So we're going to go through the 11 that started the semi-final against Manchester United. We're going to be playing. Is the other semi-final happened now? I know it was.
No,
it might be any time now. 8.
I think it's the 11th. Someone told me.
Okay, so it's Man City, Watford, isn't it? Yeah, and based on quality of the season, it's looking like Man City.
You think City? And it's at Villa Park, which is nice.
And it's at Villa Park, yeah. So I do implore, if you haven't already, go down to Villa Park and watch. If you can get to the FA Youth Cup final, it's fantastic. But get down to Bodymore Heath as well. It's a fantastic environment. If you've got young kids that you haven't taken them to the
first team game,
to Villa Park, it's a great first place to go, isn't it? And take kids.
Definitely. Yeah.
And you're seeing the next generation come through. Over the last few years, I've seen so many good young players. Omari Kellerman, when he came in,
Lammy played quite a lot this season.
Yeah, it's brilliant. So I've got a few. We're going to go through the 11. Yeah. I've got a few that I think are standouts. I think they're all quality, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
You know, we've got some real good players. So we'll start in goal. Sam Proctor, who was the hero in the penalty shootout at the end, did really well. Even though I think one of the lads come up and give him a wink, didn't he? And he ended up catching it. Great against United in the semi. Good shot stopper. Good on the ball. What's your opinions of him?
I think Sam's a huge character.
Yeah.
Like a huge character. I think Sam coming
18
in
as well.
under 15s, I think.
Yeah.
Coming from Peterborough, I'm pretty sure. I think he's a huge character.
Yeah,
and I think it's so important as a goalkeeper. If you look at our first team keeper,
Yeah.
to be that character and to be loud, vocal, I think it's vital. I think he's in that changing room, he's one of the leaders, definitely.
Yeah, he's my first pick as one to real watch out for over the next few years coming through. And like you say, with someone like Emi Martinez, I mean, we do carry a lot of goalkeepers, don't we? You know, through the ranks and everything.
I think they do a great job, to be honest with you. If you look at our keepers coming through, like Nat Nails and... I think they're doing a great job.
Zeke.
I think they've done really well.
And the manager's son as well.
Manager's son's there as well, yeah.
Yeah, so, I think we've got some really good young keepers coming through. So right back was Tristan Rowe.
Tristan Rowe, so England Youth International.
Yep.
So Tristan, I think he's been at Villa now since he was 14.
Yeah.
Real good fullback, real good one-on-one defender. I think his mentality is the thing that will get him the career that he has, whether you end up playing for Aston Villa or not. Because as good as these boys are, to get one of them in the first team, which they already have with Jabba, is a real good achievement from the 18s.
Good going forward as well, isn't he?
Yeah. Tristan's a real hot prospect, to be honest with you.
So left back is a Portuguese player who's been at Villa Youth, telling me just 9 years old, was it?
Rodrigo's been there since he was a 9-year-old.
Is it?
Yeah, so always played high up the pitch.
Right.
Real creative footballer.
Winger type or
Winger,
left side midfield?
Centre forward.
Really?
Right winger. Last year, around under 16, started to play left back a little bit and didn't want to do it. But you can say he's come on leaps and leaps and bounds. And I think now, probably being around the 21s more.
So whose decision would that? That's a coach's decision.
Yeah, coach's decision. People will see things and think maybe he could do a job there.
Yeah.
I don't think at them age groups, 15, 16, you're always pinned down to a position.
No.
I played centre forward loads, and then in the first team played off the right from the front three. So I think if you're a good footballer, he played a lot of positions, and he's done really well. So he's just got called up for Portugal.
Right.
So got his first caps. Played England to be fair. So I think Leon and George were against him, which was nice.
Yeah, I mean another one that's got a real chance. Now I will be open and honest on this one. TJ Carroll, I do know his family. My daughters are very good friends with him. And it was the first time I actually saw him play live in the semi-final. And I'm not bigging him up because I know him, but I was really impressed. He's another one I think's got a real chance. He's got a good head, brave. I think he got knocked a couple of real bad. He put his head in. Great on the ball. He's a great passer of a ball through the lines. I thought he was really good. What was your opinion of him?
I think you pretty much nailed it there with TJ. So when we had him under 16s, he used to play midfield.
Yes, he said that. His dad was telling me that. They've moved him back, haven't they?
He's a big unit and a big lad.
He needs to fill out a little bit, but that'll come with age, won't it?
Yeah, he get his man strength. But real good footballer.
Good head on him as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, real good footballer. Wants to play through the lines. Probably learning a new position a little bit in the last few years, but doing a real good job at it.
But his balls out from the back reminded me of like a sort of right-footed Pau Torres, because not only was he able to find a ball over the top to feet, but he's passing along the ground.
Through the lines.
It was fantastic.
Yeah,
for such a young player.
Second pockets really, really well in that.
Something I was going to ask you as well is, you're looking at, you got three main groups teams, or 18s, 21s, and then the first team. The way they play. Are they told to play the same way as the first team? Is it the structure, is the formation, the style, everything fed down?
I'm not in them groups, but I don't see an actual... There's some of the principles probably they're going after, but it's not the same formation. The first team changes their formation slightly all the time. They try and make the box in midfield one high and wide, but that changes sometimes on the left, sometimes on the right. So I think there's a lot of similarities, but it's not all the same. You haven't got to do what the first team are doing.
No, it hasn't got to be rigid. I see what you're saying.
But they still try and create the box in midfield, etc. Have one all-time width.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is really interesting the way that these players come through. And like I was saying, watching TJ play, it was very reminiscent of watching the first team play. They roll it out from the back and have to play out from the back, into the double pivot, which there was a double pivot there. And then his centre-half partnership, Leon Ruth, 17.
Yeah, so Leon coming in this year from Luton.
Yeah.
Don't know as much about Leon. One thing I do know, another England youth international.
Yeah.
Someone who wants to defend.
But they were a great partnership together. They were talking all the time. They were moving.
Someone who really wants to keep clean sheets, put his body on the line. I've definitely seen that from him.
I mean, they were under the pump a lot in that game because, United were a good side that day. But
Man United,
I think they're second. They're second in their league. City are actually top, I think.
But they would have had some really good players who we've had to go toe-to-toe with.
Absolutely. Now, another player that I think a lot of Villa fans will be already aware of, Aidan Borland. 17. I think he's already sort of been in and around the first team at times as well. I think he's been away. I think with the first team on. I think he might have even gone.
He come on, didn't he? In the Wickham game.
I think it was. Yeah.
I think he's real good at knitting the game together. Typical number 6.
Busy player,
gets through loads of work, knits the game together really, really well.
Captain of the team as well.
Another strong character, another leader. So in that game to miss a penalty and then for the boys still to go on and win.
Yes, of course he did.
It didn't really affect his performance.
No.
So
a proper leader, like you say, at 17 years old, brought him down from Celtic, I think.
Come down from Celtic, he did, as a first year.
Another one that's got a real chance.
Another international.
I mean, at that level, to be just packed full of international players. Right, the next one. Now, I will try my best with the names. I promise. If you're watching, I'll try my best. Tryvan Mully, midfielder, 17. Another technically very good player. Gets up and down really well.
Yes, someone who likes getting at people. So again, when he was under 16, played 9 a lot more probably. He's played off the sides a little bit more. Real good work rate. Real good dribbler, can beat someone, nick a goal like he's seen in that game. Yeah.
That was from the free kick, wasn't it?
Free kick, just nice and bright and reactive quicker than anyone.
Fantastic. George Hemmings, number 8, centre midfield, tall, athletic, great, sort of foil for Borland.
Another England youth international. I've come in from Forest, he did last year. Good footballer, can play off both feet, left and right foot. Got a great engine, gets up and down the pitch really, really well. I think he's really does a lot of the things that other people probably don't see.
I think I sort of equate him a little bit to like a Yuri Tielemans type, would you sort of say?
Gets up and down, athletic, can play off both feet. A real
ball retention really well.
Really important player for the team, I'd say.
Right, centre forward. I don't know much about Mason. Mason Kotcher, 18.
So Mason's coming from Sunderland.
Yeah.
Neat and tidy.
He had quite a big reputation when he came in.
I think he played for Sunderland's first team. I'd been around the first team, and then I don't know what had happened.
I mean, you look at what Sunderland have done this season. They've brought some really good young players through, haven't they?
They have indeed. I think he's a real tidy footballer. Works really hard. Some great link-up play.
I said that led the line well. He's quick, technically good
really
player.
Gifted. A real strong character within the group again.
Goal scorer, has he scored a lot of goals?
Scored quite a few this season, played a lot of 21s to be honest with you, so I've been flipping between the groups.
I mean, the other thing about when you watch the under-21s, I mean, if you look at the actual league position, it's not very good, but what you have to take into account, we've got about 20 players out on loan, haven't we?
A lot of boys out on loan, it's a real young group.
So
21, you might have a 22-year-old group. That's probably an average age of 18 or 19. So.
Well, when I remember once talking to Christian Purslow when he was at the Villa, and when he first came in, he said, if you've got essentially the reserve team full of 23, 24-year-olds, you're doing something wrong. There should be 17, 18-year-olds playing in that reserve side, which is what they are now. Now, the next one, which I've double-starred, because I think he's got a real future, Jamaldine Jimoa Aloba. Hopefully, I've got that right.
That was really good. So
Forgive my pronunciation. You know him better than me, so you call him Jammer, so we'll call him Jammer. I've wrote, this lad could be a star. Very good on the ball, takes people on, very direct, a real threat in the final third, a creator of goals and a scorer of goals. Would you agree?
I think he can do everything on a football pitch you need to do. If you look at strong midfielders, he can play in all the positions. So he can play 10, 11, 7. Know him a little bit from my time at West Brom. He's come into Villa and been outstanding, to be honest with you. So got straight into 21's team as a first year, which doesn't probably happen too often, but a real goal threat, a real creator, I would say. Been around the first team quite a bit, so the manager obviously likes him. So.
He's made the first team squad a few times, hasn't he?
Already? Oh, yeah. So he's been on the bench a couple of times. But again, that's just the start for him. He's got to work harder now than ever to stay there.
I mean, we've got some absolute ballers coming through. Cole Branahan, the last one, number 11, forward, 17 years old. I've got to be honest, don't know a lot about him, but another player.
Yeah, so come over from Northern Ireland, Cole, right. Technician, left-footed, likes to knit the game together, get him around the boxes, get you a goal. Real nice footballer, real good on the eye.
Yeah, tidy. They were all really tidy, you know. They kept the ball really well. You know, again against a really good youth team in Man United. Yeah. Now they're coming up against more than likely probably the best
missing
youth
players,
academy.
Missing Ben Brojo.
Yeah. Is he injured at the moment?
Injured. Missing Brad Burrows injured.
Will they be back for the final? Do you know? Or?
Not too sure about that.
Because Ben Brojo's
but both England youth internationals again.
He's another one that's come through and.
So if you look at the players you got missing as well as the players that are out there.
So, you obviously are the 16s coach.
Yeah, I do the 15s and 16s.
16s. Is the players below this that we should be looking at? For I've wrote 2 down. The third Ramsey brother. What's he like?
So Cole's a first year now.
Right.
So Cole's a first year. Had a real bad injury, so he's literally come back in the last 6 weeks. So if you just see now, he was on the under-18s today. Yeah, again, a good footballer.
What position does he play?
Anywhere in the midfield. Again, got a real hard task. If you look at your 2 brothers, both played in the Premier League. So that comes a little bit of chance, but also a lot of pressure.
Yeah, of course it does.
A lot of pressure, but yeah, another tidy footballer.
Another good footballer, and he'll learn a lot off his brothers, like you say. And a player I've seen quite a bit of this season, I've heard a lot about Jack McGrath. Now, any player that comes through Villa called McGrath, you've got a chance, haven't you? Yeah. What do you think about this kid?
Jackson, another great footballer. He's got loads and loads of ability. All these kids
loves a free kick.
Yeah. Again, a real good technician.
Yeah.
Real good technician. Got to keep his feet on the ground. Got to work hard.
So he's getting a lot of attention at the moment.
Getting a lot of attention. Got to work hard. Keep working at your game. Keep working at your craft. Because if you're not doing it, someone else is.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen him already, go and YouTube him, Jack McGrath. Free kicks at Villa, unbelievable. Is there anyone else we should be looking out for that aren't?
I think there's loads and loads of ability within the groups. There's loads of ability. It's just how are you going to get them towards your first team, or how are you going to get them careers?
Again, go down to Villa Park, go down to the academy. Well, the BODYMORE and watch them, because, as I say, I've really enjoyed Friday nights. It's great down at BODYMORE 8 on a Friday night.
Yeah, definitely.
21 play.
I think they're playing this week.
I think there's a couple of they've got a couple of games left. Yeah. So, Stefan, thanks ever so much. I hope you've enjoyed this little episode we've done. It'll go out just before the Youth Cup final, so there'll be opportunities to get tickets. I would definitely say go and get tickets and watch it, because it's great to watch them. They need the support as well, because these young kids, as Stefan found coming through the ranks, you can't beat a youth team player coming through.
If you get Villa Park, it was a good atmosphere. I think the semi-final was a real good atmosphere. Man United bought
they bought loads.
Oh, Man United, it was really, really good.
They were properly buzzing.
I can remember playing in the FA Youth Cup final and thinking, "Whoa, there's a lot of people here." That was a great experience for when I got into the first team. To have another experience playing in front of a decent-sized crowd.
I went a few years ago when the other group won it. I think about 3 or 4, 5 years ago.
Carney's group.
Yes, Carney, Chuckmaker and the lads that all got through, so fantastic. Yeah. So go and watch them, but again, thanks so much for coming down. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you talking to me over these last couple of podcasts we've done. Good luck in the future.
Brilliant.
I hope everything goes really well with the coaching. I think for me, I think to have somebody that's been through what you've been through is perfect for the academy. I do really. And I wish you all the best and all the luck in the world in whatever you carry on to do at the Villa.
Cheers. Thank you, mate.
Anytime, yeah.
Cheers.
Up the Villa.